Not the case she made. She made the case that people should be able to change their mind repeatedly, and that would imply she would support any number of referenda. But I rise this evening, Mr. Speaker, to speak in fact against motions D in the name of the Honourable Member for Grantham on Common Market 2.0 and a similar motion H in the name of the member for Camborne and Redruth on membership of the European Economic Area. Mr. Speaker, there are two or three reasons why I strongly oppose those motions. Firstly, both of them entail signing up to full single market rules. The House of Commons Library published a paper only yesterday which on page 19 said EEA membership involves a range of obligations including implementation of European Union rules on the single market with no decision-making role other than being consulted. And I think for a great British institution like the City of London, or indeed our entire industrial economy, merely being consulted over the rules that govern them simply is not good enough. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, there comes the question of financial contributions, which provided a controversial part of the referendum campaign. And another House of Commons paper published on the 21st of December found that Norway pays per capita contributions that are around about half the level we currently do, so one would assume about £5 billion per year. So that promise made to the British people about saving money would not be delivered in either Common Market 2.0 or as members of the European Economic Area. And then we come to the question of free movement, because membership of the single market entails free movement, full free movement, another issue that was contentious during the recent referendum campaign. Now, some members have made reference to various breaks or safeguards which are present in the European Economic Area agreement. Specifically, Article 112 says that any such safeguards must be restricted in their scope and duration. And Article 114 goes on to say that if a state, like the UK, were to use those safeguards, then other member states could take rebalancing measures against them, meaning that some of the benefits of single market membership could be withdrawn. And no country other than Liechtenstein, in very limited circumstances, has ever taken advantage of those provisions. Well, Switzerland is currently engaged in a running battle with the European Union. It's been unable to implement the provisions of its own 2014 referendum on free movement, I say in response to my honourable friend from South Suffolk who made a comment from a sedentary position. And Mr. Speaker, in the 54 seconds remaining, let me briefly turn to the question of trade deals, which affects only motion D and not motion H. Under the proposal being made by my right honourable friend from Grantham, during the period of customs union membership, and this would apply probably to the Labour Party's official proposal as well, we would be bound by all of the trade agreements done by the European Union. We would be compelled to follow them without the right of veto we currently enjoy, and we would be prevented from doing any free trade deals of our own, which would be greatly to our disadvantage. It would exclude countries like India, China and the USA. So for those reasons, Mr. Speaker, I will be opposing motions D and H in the forthcoming division.